technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder
if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders, who knows what it could be. He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Out now, Andrew Mevis for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Blocked by Julian Love. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
.36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Chiefs have added on. They're pulling away in that one. And we'll continue to watch the updates in that one as well as the other games going on in Week 5 of the NFL season. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. .3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. third down. He'll drop to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Get a
touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead. The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellows up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll look to throw again. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying
chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll run with Robinson. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser.
18 level.
Back to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety.
Partner, you got to check this out, because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline, because they all went over to congratulate their punter, because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
19 tight.
On play action, they'll throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready.
They'll go with the keeper. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. It's a quarterback sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. It's their quarterback, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Nevis is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. And complete. Gresham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. Trucks over it. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going up.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, running right through him. Well, that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
70 Ranger.
Now back to throw. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Hamler now on the return. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and he does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
His 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That's complete to Slayton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for the quarterback. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll look to throw.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on third down. They'll set up a throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop. Second down, here's Barkley again. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Cortland Sutton, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
16, pioneer. 60 Maverick.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And, oh, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Ready.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Left thing 19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Gibson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Back to throw here. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It's Barkley on the counter. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Commanders, they moved back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year.